Welcome to the Beau Show, the home of faith, family, and freedom. California Governor Gavin Newsom has signed a new bill that really sits right at the crossroads of culture, crime, and freedom. Here's how Variety, the Hollywood trade magazine, reports it. Quote, "In a big win for creative expression, Governor Gavin Newsom signed the Decriminalizing Artistic Expression Act, which restricts the use of rap lyrics as evidence in court in California," unquote. Ethan Shanfield wrote this article, and because I've constantly tried to remind you, my audience, of how the media reports things, let's take this opening paragraph as an example. In a big win for creative expression, Governor Gavin Newsom signed the Decriminalizing Artistic Expression Act. Now, on the surface, that would all seem positive, would it not? We're all for freedom. We are all for expressing ourselves, and we don't want to be criminalized for expressing ourselves, right? All good. But this belies the devil that's in the details. So let's dive in. A number of rappers and Harvey Mason Jr., the CEO of the Recording Academy, were present for the virtual signing of this bill. In part, this comes as a response to the May arrest of rapper Young Thug, who was charged with gang activity and conspiracy to violate the Racketeer Influenced and Corrupt Organizations Act, or the RICO Act for short. Young Thug, whose real name is Jeffrey Williams, which doesn't have a lot of street cred, I guess, was listed as a co-founder of the criminal street gang Young Slime Life, YSL, which changed its name from Johnson Smith & Jones LLC. Just kidding. So Williams, which is what is used in the court documents, so I'll just keep using his real name, was arrested, along with fellow Atlanta rapper Gunna. I wonder what that's a reference to. The indictment alleges that Williams possessed stolen weapons, as well as methamphetamine, hydrocodone, and marijuana with intent to distribute. Williams is also implicated in an attempt to murder Atlanta rapper YFN Lucci, and he is accused of renting a car used in the commission of the murder of Donovan Thomas Jr., a rival gang member. The indictment cites lyrics from 9 Young Thug songs, including Ski and Slime SHIT. Several lyrics from the 2019 song Just How It Is are listed, including "I done did the robbin', I done did the jackin', now I'm full rappin'." And "It's all mob business. We know to kill the biggest cats of all kittens," which the court deems to be an overt act in the furtherance of the conspiracy. Also noted by the court is the 2021 song Bad Boy, which includes the lyrics, "Smith & Wesson 45 put a hole in his heart. Better not play with me. Killers, they stay with me." And "I shot at his mommy. Now he no longer mentioned me." Some pro-rap legal minds, like music lawyer Dina LaPolte, say that these prosecutors' desire to use the rapper's artistic expression is unprecedented racism. She believes that this scrutiny is only directed at the genre of rap music, even though that we know that there are white rappers in the genre, from Eminem to Jack Harlow. In fact, Eminem has been no stranger to violent lyrics. He boasted of putting his dead wife in the trunk of his car in one of his raps. Was he serious? Well, he has written extensively about how much he hates her. To demonstrate what she sees as discrimination and racism, LaPolte references over a dozen country songs containing lyrics about murder, from artists ranging from Carrie Underwood to The Chicks. Remember, it's no longer the Dixie Chicks because that was racist. One of the songs by Zach Bryan goes, "I killed a man in Birmingham. I hit him with a tire iron. He did not move, and I do not give a damn." I believe the songs by Carrie Underwood that she's probably referencing are "Two Black Cadillacs" and her big hit "Before He Cheats," which are songs of revenge. LaPolte wonders why murder anthems like Johnny Cash's Folsom Prison Blues are exalted, yet Young Thug's lyrics are used against him in trial. Jack Lerner, an exalted professor at UC Irvine and author of Rap on Trial, a legal guide for attorneys, says that you can draw a direct line from rap lyrics to discrimination. LaPolte even goes more woke, saying that most judges are white men in their 70s who don't get rap music, so they don't understand it. Now who's the racist? LaPolte is implying that a 70-year-old white judge has no awareness of the First Amendment or poetry or any artistic expression. In other words, the only reason a judge would admit this evidence by prosecutors is because he and the prosecutors are racists. Many people expect that Y&W Melly's lyrics will come back to haunt him in his upcoming first-degree murder trial. A year and a half before the rapper was allegedly involved in the shooting death of two of his associates, he spent 20 weeks on the Billboard Hot 100 with the hit song Murder on My Mind. Now, defense lawyers will cite that in 2021, a Pennsylvania federal court excluded rap lyrics from trial in Beau v. Powell, establishing that, quote, artistic expression is fictional, not factual, end quote. And in United States v. Snead, the court ruled, they stated that rapping about selling drugs does not make it more likely that the defendant did indeed sell the drugs. Now, this Irvine professor Lerner makes the case that all kinds of celebrities have stage names that have nothing to do with their actual persona. Variety's author cites Hulk Hogan's case against Gawker, in which he made the case that Hulk Hogan is different from who he really is, which is Terry Bollea. LaPolte says that rap lyrics of Williams, aka Young Thug, will be used to prejudice a jury. And Lerner believes that artistic expression being used against a performer at trial has a chilling effect, thus changing the way that artists make music. That actually might not be a bad thing. But let's take a step back. Is this truly racism or discrimination? And is rap the only art form being targeted? The thing about rap is that it is a street art form. Its whole premise is that it comes from the streets and talks about the streets. So, as they say, art imitates life. Johnny Cash famously sang about shooting a man in Reno just to watch him die. Is that a confession? Well, Johnny Cash was never arrested for committing such a crime. And there was never the assumption that he did. He was just singing about being in Folsom Prison. It's a story. Now, if evidence showed that Johnny Cash had indeed shot a man whose body was found and it was linked to his gun, do we think the court should or should not use that lyric in court? If Carrie Underwood was suspected of slashing the tires of a souped-up four-wheel drive to exact revenge on an ex, can we quote her singing about it in Before He Cheats? See, I think the big difference here is that neither Cash nor Underwood have committed a crime. Rap, as an art form, is much of the time semi-autobiographical, which sets it apart in terms of music. While Underwood sings songs most of the time that she didn't even write, as such as The Norm in Nashville, Young Thug and other rappers, from Kanye to Eminem, write their raps themselves, fictitiously or entirely narratively. When that happens, it blurs the line between being a person rapping about what you might do as opposed to what you have done or will do. Now, a re-indictment of Williams in August added 9 additional charges, including violating the Georgia Controlled Substances Law and possession of a machine gun. Prosecutors generally don't add charges unless they think they can prove them. In the 95-page indictment against Williams and his gang cohorts, it includes Instagram photos of the defendants as evidence, leading to crimes such as murder and aggravated assault. In the indictment, it states, Jeffrey Williams, an associate of Young Slime Life, did appear in a video released on social media titled Ew, where defendant states, quote, red just like Elmo but never effing giggle. YSL won't fold. Pick his ASS off from the balcony. YSL wipe his nose. I'm a F for the cash, then she getting robbed by Tick in Bentley on West Lee, getting trailed by Sniper. All I ever wanted was the money. Put your hands in the air if you dare. Any mother effer to step over here, F&N put him in a wheelchair. An overt act in furtherance of conspiracy, they say. 16 days after the murder of Donovan Thomas Jr., Williams said on Instagram, y'all need to get killed, bro. Now, that wasn't a rap per se, but it's insight into his mindset. So, do we just assume that his gang, Young Slime Life, is just a reference to the old Nickelodeon TV kids show Double Dare? Or is Young Slime Life really what it says it is? Slime life that leads to slime behavior and murder. Williams won a Grammy Award in 2019 for his work with Childish Gambino on the song This Is America, a dystopian account of their view of America. Even that music video was considered controversial. So this is a Grammy Award winner that lawyers want to protect from liability, when he is rapped about the very things he seems to have been accused of doing? He has 12 counts against him in this August reindictment. Is this systemic racism? Or is it the justice system trying to get murderers and gangs off the streets? Which do you think is more likely?